Hi folks, welcome again to another episode of the Reba Ayaz Show. Running a city is like running a joint family. And when there is a joint family, there are issues, there are problems, right from public to garbage, to street lights, to sanitation. And all these problems, if you see as a joint family, they come on a single table. And that table belongs to the commissioner. On our show today, we have MBMC Commissioner Radhabinod Sharma with us. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for giving your precious time. All the way from Manipur to Mira Bhayandar, languages, culture differences, how does it feel?
Good afternoon, Mr. Reba. See, it is not so easy to explain how things actually from Manipur to, if you see, Manipur is in the extreme east and then Maharashtra, Mumbai is in the extreme west. So from east to west, you have traveled across the India. And if you see, there's a lot of things that we learn across when we come from Manipur to Maharashtra in terms of language, in terms of culture, in terms of various other traditions. But all said and done, it is for any IAS officer who joined this service has to actually learn all these things, and it is actually a challenge and actually an opportunity also to learn so much about a city or a state which may be a little bit different from your own state or
The culture, the food, the language.
yeah. So it is actually an amazing experience. It's like you get an opportunity to live in two different culture with same kind of setup of administration.
In his tenure, I think this is your 7th month or 8th month as an MBMC Commissioner.
Yes.
Remarkable achievement. The President Award for Cleanliness, the QR Waste Management Digitization. His concept for which he got a silver medal. Besides that, the Green Building Certification, if I am right, that's known as School number 11, under his tutelage, and numerous awards and accolades. I think during his tenure, he must have filled more than 1,000 potholes. A very quiet and composed gentleman who believes in hard work, less of talking, more of action. Sir, you have, it seems, I am also an inhabitant of this area. I see after your presence, I see cleanliness around. So hats off to you.
Thank you.
There's one question which I would like to ask you. When a commissioner does a great work, there is a silence. But the criticism is louder. How do you deal with it, sir?
See, as an officer, actually we from the first day of being an officer, the first thing that we learn is that most of the good works may even be noticed, may even be appreciated. But the criticism or the critics that comes to us may be louder. But I would say that is the best thing in our service or in our experience, because good things that are going on, that you know it is going on smoothly, perfectly, you are doing good in that. So it is actually an opportunity for you to introspect what are the things that are not happening in your administration system. So it is actually an opportunity. Rather, whenever any criticism comes to me, I always, with a smiling heart and smiling face, I listen it very carefully and try to understand what he or she or the criticism is about. And then I try to, break down into pieces and then resolve such issues. So it is my duty, it is my responsibility as a commissioner of the corporation, Mira Bhayandar Corporation, to ensure that anything that is missing in our system, let it be urban infrastructure, let it be sanitation, let it be potholes, let it be any source of service that we are giving to the citizens of Mira Bhayandar or Maharashtra. So criticism we always take it with an open heart, and then we study it, analyze it, and resolve it, and make people happy.
So I would like to ask you one thing. Suppose you come out from your office and you find skyscraper buildings. There's a feeling of achievement, development. On to the contrary, there's a paradox. There are slum dwellers. So how do you see the balance? Do you prefer technology over empathy?
See, Mr. Reba, I'll tell you one thing. Development, India is a developing country. So is Maharashtra is a developing state. So everything has a process. So since we are in the pathway to the reaching the zenith or a climax, so there will be somewhere something where you have to say ki you see skyscraper also, you see slum next to that also. So it is our responsibility as an officer to ensure that people who are living in slum also live in a very, very high quality building, high quality life, and also ensure that people living in the high scraper or tall buildings, they also get good services, water, electricity, good roads. So it is my responsibility as a commissioner to take these people who are still in a lower rank of the society, to take them along, so that one day we can all sit in the same pedestal and say ki our state, our country is a developed state or a developed country.
Suppose there is a kind of a public issue which takes a political turn, sensitivity. In that scenario, what is your approach? Are you a bureaucrat or a citizen first?
See, Mr. Reba, in our country, in our democratic country, we always say there is 3 pillars of administration. That 3 pillars of administration is, one is legislature, another is executive. And from that legislature comes the temporary executive, which you are calling them as leader, or let's say a minister, or maybe a political representative. And we are the executive in terms of doing things. So these are like, they work hand in hand. They will always come together. They will always intervene. They will always intermingle. So it is for me as a commissioner, I have to understand from various perspectives. You have to understand as a commissioner, you have to understand as a citizen, you have to understand from their perspective also. When you understand all this perspective, then you will be having a solution or a way out.
Right. But the IAS, the IPS, the IFS, you people understand the grammar, the geography, the composition of your state and the country internationally, because you have read that. You also have your level of frustrations. Suppose you have a beautiful plan for the upliftment of the society and class as a commissioner, and that plan is not well received by the elected representatives. So your sense of frustration is, you too have your limitations, right? भाई ये तो मैं ऐसा चाह रहा हूँ अच्छा होगा, but what do you take a stand on that?
I would say, if you are having an excellent plan, or if you are having an excellent, policy or anything which is excellent, then I would say let it be citizen, let it be political representative, let it be elected, let it be anyone.
Your first priority will be the citizens.
Yeah, my first priority will always be citizen, because at the end of the day, even the elected, even the executive, even everyone who is in the country are always citizen. So citizen is always first. But all said and done, what I am saying is, when we are having a good plan, if you are saying the plan is good, then I am 100% sure every citizen, including the elected or leaders, will accept the plan. If you are saying there is some people who are against the plan, that means,
or not understanding
the plan, that means you have actually failed to communicate that this is an excellent plan.
Oh,
if plan is excellent,
how can it fail?
How can it fail?
Love
that means if someone is saying that this plan is not excellent, then you have failed to communicate that this plan is excellent.
For our viewers, I would like to know that Sir Radhabinod Sharma belongs from Manipur, a lovely state. It has a national floating garden, or a park you can say. Maricom is there, and the Indian sport polo, which has been hijacked by Britishers, and now they have said that this sport belongs to us, is from the state of Manipur. So, I have recently migrated to Mira Road. It's been around, you can say around 3 years over here. We get water for just half an hour in the morning. Massive development, huge buildings, but extreme water crisis. Why aren't we able to supply 24 hours of water?
I'll tell you, Mira Bhayandar population. Mira Bhayandar is one of the fastest growing city in not only in our country, even in Asia. If you see by the figure.
In Asia?
Yeah. So if you see the decadal growth rate of Mira Bhayandar, it's 107%, meaning that in every 10 years, the population of Mira Bhayandar will easily double. Say in 2001, suppose it is the actual thing, if 2001 our population was 4 lakh, now in 2011 census our population was 8,09,337.
So there is a meteoric rise.
It doubles in 10 years, and today we are sitting in 2025. So I'm pretty sure, even if we take in conservative side, the population of Mira Bhayandar is 15 to 16 lakhs in conservative side. So if you see this population, the calculation we have done is, today if you want to have 24 hours of water supply in Mira Bhayandar, we will be needing around 300 mld of water per day. But today, at present situation, we get around 85 to 90 mld from this stem, and another 110-15 from the MIDC. So in a day we are getting around 200 mld. So there is a scarcity of around 100 mld. Fortunately, MMRDA in coordination with Mira Bhayandar, we are implementing or executing a project called Surya Prakrv, where 218 mld is going to come from Surya to Mira Bhayandar, and most likely within 6 months time, today we are sitting on October 2025, by March 2026 we are expecting this 218 mld of water to come to Mira Bhayandar, and meanwhile our internal water supply pipeline, everything, distribution system, channel, network is getting ready. So I am pretty confident that by another 6 months, Mira Bhayandar, every citizen is going to have 24/7 water supply. And I tell you, Mira Bhayandar is going to become one of the most livable city in MMR, Mumbai metropolitan region of Maharashtra. Why? Because metro is trial run of metro line
Absolutely
has happened. This is getting inaugurated by December 2025. Now you are having metro. Now you are going to have water supply 24/7. In cities, category 3 to 10 lakh population, Mira Bhayandar is the presidential awardee. We are the number 1 cleanest city in India. Now sanitation, we are number 1. Water supply 24/7. We are going to have metro, and then the coastal road is also coming from this Dahisar Bhayandar link road, which is going to be executed by BMC. So
30 to 40 minutes to reach.
So today we almost take, on unfortunate day, it may take 4 to 5 hours to even reach, we say, town, that is Kolaba or Nariman Point. But the moment this coastal road, the Dahisar Bhayandar link road, and then that goes to this Bandra, and then Bandra goes to Worli, then it goes to Kolaba. So this, you just enter the Bhayandar, then from there you reach Nariman Point in another 20-30 minutes. This is an access control road. So imagine you are going to have metro, you are going to have 24/7 water, you are going to have a coastal road, and it is just adjacent to Mumbai. So Mira Bhayandar in another few years is going to become one of the most livable city in whole metropolitan region of Maharashtra.
Amazing statistics under his tenure. All I knew about Mira Bhayandar is this, that they have the Asia's number 1 real estate agents. You see, there's a lot of developments which are happening in Mira Bhayandar. Huge buildings. People have started staying without an occupation certificate, OC. There's a concept known as CC, which is commencement certificate. OC is such a far dream that CC gives you consolation. Why is it that the buildings in Mira Road don't have an OC? And despite not having an OC certificate, I can find that there are other wings also being built under the same complex or compound. What is the actuals for this?
See, I'll tell you, this issue actually may not actually true only for Mira Bhayandar. It may happen, but all said and done, you said CC is a commencement certificate. Once the CC is there, the builder or the developer can actually start construction. And then once the construction is completed, they come to the planning department for the OC, which is called occupation certificate. But all said and done, I will say, if anything comes to our notice that if anyone is occupying without OC, so the planning department is fully authorized to issue notice and take action against them. So whenever there is anything that comes to our cognizance that there is a occupation of that building without the OC, we don't let that happen. So even if you are saying that, it would be really nice that if someone can provide this information, immediately as a commissioner, I can ensure the planning department to take up this issue, and that can be settled for once and all. But all said and done, I would say that many a times in our lovely country, some kind of indiscipline do happens,
and it's difficult to manage also.
I told you, see, Mira Bhayandar's size is 79 square kilometer. And if you see 79 square kilometer, if you see, just see, this is 14 kilometer from east to west, and from north to south is just 5 kilometer. In this small area, more than 15 to 16 lakh population residing.
God.
Imagine the density of the population. And that too in this 79 square kilometer, Uttan, which is a big chunk, has no, because that is a coastal area, mangroves and all this CRZ comes in. So the buildings are not, high-rise buildings are not allowed. So if you literally see, it's a very small area wherein 15 to 16 lakh population is residing. So it might so happen that one or two unwanted things are happening. But if it comes to our notice, then immediately required actions are taken.
If this comes to sir's notice, immediate action will be taken on that. So what's your favorite food?
That I usually don't tend to keep something called favorite, like it's favorite food, favorite dress or favorite movie. I try to find good things in almost everything. I would say if this is good because of this.
So you mean to say that you have a very friendly palate?
I have a very
any kind of food. Unless and until it's well cooked.
In fact, one of my hobbies itself is also cooking.
Wow, you're a...
I won't say myself, but people say I cook really well, and even my family members, and then whosoever has taken what I have cooked, people say they really like it, they enjoy it. Even many of IAS officers, senior to junior to batchmate, I have actually cooked and we ate together. They tend to say it is good, but then you have to really taste to tell me how is it.
Sir, it was amazing talking to you. I wish you all the luck. I haven't seen such an officer who's so clear in his mind and thought. Your composure, your analysis, your approach towards dealing with people is something to learn with. Sir, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Reba. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. That's it. Keep watching.